hey, I'm getting better at learning how to talk in front of the camera or being in a one-on-one podcast setting so that I'm able to convey my message to the people, to the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that repetition. You got to continue to show up. You will be non-existent if you're not on social media.
Right.
You need to be in front of these people's faces, especially when you have platforms that are continuing to evolve, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, with reels, with shorts, and things of that sort. Everybody's trying to grab our attention. And if I'm not even putting myself in the race, whose attention am I going to grab?
Podcast has shifted a little bit,
okay,
right? In terms of it was, and it still is, the God's Business podcast, and I'll still continue to keep those episodes out there. Believe it or not, people are saying that they're actually watching the episodes on Spotify and other things. I'm like, seriously? I was like, dude, seriously? That's like 8 hours of episodes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's like hours and hours of content. Yeah. And they're like binging it. I'm like, that's awesome. Super, super cool. But I realized that my goal for my business is to help grow companies, right? And so I want to turn the podcast into more of a, an attractor for other business owners to also benefit from the conversation, even if they aren't of faith, but yet understand that faith is an extremely important aspect to like covertly put those, plant the seeds rather than so in your face.
Gotcha.
Because it was super in your face. I mean, I think honestly, it was like God's way to say, "Are you ready for this?" Truly, it's like he was like, "Are you ready for this?" I give you the name, you do it, But like I feel like now I'm able to like deviate just a little bit. It's not like any principles are changing. It's more of like if I'm willing to go out there on like such a blatant brash name of the God Business podcast, because when people think of business, you don't think business and faith, or business and politics don't match. Family and all that sort of stigma of it.
Yeah.
So I haven't quite figured out a name yet.
Okay.
But I've been tossing around some ideas to try to figure out that. But yeah, I mean, that's sort of what we're going for now is like business podcast, like a business growth podcast, whether it's like the local business podcast or the growth, of some sort. And yeah, I mean, that's sort of like what I've been doing lately. And so been bringing on people, and BNI has been great, bringing on people that have been like, they're basically coming in and talking about their experience with starting a business and growing their business, whether it's a year in, 3 years in, 10 years in, I think it's cool because everyone's got a unique experience. Everyone's got a unique story.
They do.
And so that's sort of the evolution of the podcast. And it's cool because this is our second episode and you're on the first season.
Yes.
I look at it like seasons.
Yeah.
The God's Business podcast was season 1. This is like the local business or the business podcast of some sort. Season 2 and more of an evolution into helping more people.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah. So that's sort of what I'm thinking. What are your thoughts overall?
I mean, I like it. I think, again, from the aspect of one, we have to understand that it probably won't be for everybody. You know what I mean? But we want to attract the ones that we know it will be for.
Right.
So I can appreciate that aspect, that perspective for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, the God's Business podcast was for people who already know that they're of faith and walking the walk.
Yeah.
Which I think is extremely important.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm never going to take those down. And then I may like clip those up even more and just put out new episodes specific to, because those are long episodes. Like they're long. And so like, I can cut those down at like 6 different mini episodes.
You can.
And just keep it rolling within the podcast format.
Yeah.
But this one is like, I've always been interested in entrepreneurship. Business itself has just been like, loved it. I've always loved business.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is like people who are doing business in all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing business in social media.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then there's the guy down the street doing business on door-to-door knocking. And there's the guy down the street who's doing business by advertising. Or BNI only, right?
Right.
And so like everyone's got their own like path and their own story. And I think that bringing to light an accumulation of like all the possible ways to grow a business has been like, I think that would be a cool concept. I don't know. That's my thoughts. What do you think?
I like that. I think now, again, since we live in such a digital era, you have to be on social media. You know what I mean? Like you will be non-existent if you're not on social media. That's the thing.
That's a huge statement. Yeah.
That's the power of social media. That's the power of, having access to our phones. Like it's no longer the paying thousands of dollars for huge billboards or paying for a commercial slot on the Super Bowl.
Right.
You need to be in front of these people's faces, especially when you have platforms that are continuing to evolve, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, with reels, with shorts, and things of that sort. Our attention span is everybody's trying to grab our attention. And if I'm not even putting myself in the race, whose attention am I going to grab? Nobody's.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, it's so cool that you make that statement, because a lot of business owners that I talk to, they're like, I mean, I guess first off, like, well, there's 2 points here, but like a lot of business owners I talk to, they say they're just too busy for social media. I just think that like they say they have no time for social media, but like social media gives you time.
Yeah.
It multiplies your time.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on like when people say like, oh, I'm a business owner, I'm not on social media, but here I should be, but
give them 10 years, they won't be around.
I agree with that. 100%.
If they still have the perspective of, I don't have time to be on social media, and 10 years from now, nobody will know who they are. If they keep that current perspective and mindset.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why there's a new offer that I'm doing for my business. I don't know. Some people I posted a few things about it, but the offer is like really helping business owners. Like this is a more local offer, helping business owners get on social media in a more chill format.
Right.
It's like this. It's literally come in, shoot a podcast for 40 minutes, an hour max.
Yeah.
And get an entire month's worth of content.
Yeah.
And we just cut it up. We cut up the clips, and I feed the information. I coach the information out of them. And I've been having people come in to do that. And it's been highly successful.
Okay.
Like people
I like that.
I mean, the feedback I'm getting is just like so powerful and so strong.
Right.
Like, this is the best thing ever. Like, and so the thing is, business owners, I think, want to share because they're in business to build something.
Right. Business are sustainable. They want to be around.
On the right. And especially the local businesses, they're trying to build an impact in the community, but yet they have no platform to do it. And yes, they can go on social media, and then they do, right? So the people who do go on social media, yes, they use the platform. However, what they also put out there is also the biggest hindrance, I think, now.
Right.
Because people know some business owners, let's say they do adopt to get on social media.
Right.
And then they go on social media. Now they're posting just buy this and promotion this and sell this and do this, whatever. Or the corporate content, right? That's what I call it, corporate content. Like come in for the buy one, get one free or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the corporate content kind of stuff. Yeah. Which people think that that's okay. And I mean, there was a time and place 10 years ago, maybe that was somewhat okay, but like it was never really okay.
Yeah.
But the thing that I've realized is after shooting so many videos for people, like videos with people, that the best type of video format is a podcast format. And so because I have this podcast studio, I've been just bringing people on and just be like, hey, let me ask you like 10 questions. And they're all going to be from your user's point of view. So I look at myself like an audience advocate.
Okay.
That's
nice.
cool there,
I
right?
like that. I like that. Advocate. Yeah. Never heard it like that.
I know it. I'm an audience advocate for my client's audience.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. Even in marketing, just in digital marketing, it's like I put myself in this user's shoes,
right,
or in the audience's shoes,
right,
and I ask the expert, "Hey, like, what is it that a bookkeeper does, right? Like, why would I even need a bookkeeper,
right?
Just like the things that people already don't know, but yet they want to know, and just because you're just teaching them something cool and something new, people like to learn.
They do,
and so that kind of content, is gonna like pop. I see it pop off for me, but like I've been like, I feel like I'm just dabbling deep, slowly into it. But the more I offer that, the more responses I'm getting. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, what are your thoughts on that whole process?
There's a lot we can actually like unravel there. The first one, you said you believe podcast is like the best format for a lot of small businesses. Am I phrasing that correctly?
So I think the best video format is a podcast format.
Okay.
Only because the conversation is so natural. It's so authentic. Yeah. Rather than me, let's say a video crew shooting something in your face and be like, because I've actually done that to so many clients. I've actually had myself or my video crew, we shoot an ad reel. We shoot something with, okay, well, sit here, say these words. Here's a script, here's a teleprompter, here's this, that, the other. Right. And even people like, I have a a friend, business client of mine, he a bodybuilder, and he goes on stage pretty much almost butt naked, right? Super muscly, like winning first place, just the best bodybuilder in the world. However, I put a camera in front of him, shut down. Yeah. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, and it's like I'm trying to coach him through it. It's just like he gets through halfway and then shuts down. Right? It's not like something that people are so used to. But you know what people are so used to? It's just having a conversation. Exactly. Yeah,
I like that. I would add to that, a lot of people are looking for the personal aspect, which can literally be done by opening your camera, turning the camera to the front, and hitting play.
100%.
Like they want to feel like they know you. They want to get to know you. And that's one thing that is missing a lot from the post that a lot of business owners make, is missing that personal aspect. Like you just said, you see a lot of the corporate sales videos, like buy this, buy that, come in for this, come in for that. But it's like, who are you? Like, what are you actually doing in your business? Where's the conviction there in your business? Like, share the good, share the bad. Where are the testimonials? What results have you delivered? Those are the things that people really want to know, want to be able to feel, want to be able to understand. Especially since we live in such a digital area where there's not a lot of one-on-one conversations being had, which to your statement, podcast setup, one-on-one conversation is a lot natural for people, because that was like the foundation of how we got to know somebody or got to know anything about somebody. We had to have a conversation, right? Yeah, like build that personal aspect in the brand. I think it's missing from a lot of businesses. And then people don't know who they are. They don't feel the conviction of that person. They don't believe in what it is that they believe because they don't know them.
You're 100% right. I mean, I think the biggest problem that a lot of business owners can face when they're trying to get onto social media for the first time is like pressing record.
Yeah. We overthink it. It's like, it's a limiting belief. That's why. Because if you tell yourself, I'm not good at recording, well, at that moment, you are then not good at recording. Because you've now convinced yourself that you're not. But you have to start rewriting your own story. Hey, I'm getting better at learning how to talk in front of the camera, or being in a one-on-one podcast setting, so that I'm able to convey my message to the people, to the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that repetition. You gotta continue to show up.
100%. It's like the in the Bible, like the be do have, right? Like, be fruitful, do multiply, and have dominion. Right? You have to be the content creator. You have to be the person who's successful at creating content, before you can do the thing.
Exactly.
And then you can have the results. And so, like, out of a random YouTube video that I created like 4 months ago, I had a deal that actually flew in. Like, I had a deal. He didn't actually fly in. But out of nowhere, I got a call, and I didn't answer the call. Of course, I don't answer my calls. I got a call, and then I said, text me. And he said, hey, Jonathan, I saw your YouTube video. I had some questions. Is it okay if we schedule a meeting? I said, yeah, perfect. Just make sure it's not legit. It's not spam. Like, this could be just the guy just trying to do
these spam calls get crazy.
But then he emailed me. He actually emailed me. And then my assistant helped set us up with the time, and actually met with him. It was a financial advisor up in Annapolis, multi-million-dollar fund of management and stuff. And he was struggling, like, because he was so in the weeds of the marketing stuff. So in the weeds. And then, I haven't closed the deal yet, but like, we have a, consistent sort of like opportunity to close.
Nice.
So here's the thing. He reached out to me, and that was the best kind of sales call I've ever had.
Wow.
I didn't have to talk. He just started to just tell me all of his problems.
Exactly.
Bro, let me help you with it. Let me just help you. Like, do you need help? And he's like, yeah, let me help you. He already sold himself on me.
Exactly.
Because of my content. And it was a great YouTube video that I put up. It was just like off the cuff that maybe like took an hour. I posted it, and it's like, screw it. We're just posting it.
Wow.
We're sending it. But then, that happens. And then, of course, I did close a client out in South Carolina from my social media content.
Nice. Okay.
That was like a $5,500 or $6,000 deal out of out of South Carolina from my Facebook content, and it was just consistent. It's just like and it happens like, oh, they reach out, and then maybe like a month later, then we start talking. But it's more of like when they initially reach out and when we initially get connected, some sort of the algorithm's working on my behalf.
It is now,
and now I'm like showing up for them, and now like they just keep seeing the content I promote.
Right.
And it's just like, whenever they're ready, then we have a conversation.
Absolutely.
And then they reach out, hey, can we have a conversation? Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Had a sales call. Closed them on the spot.
Power of social media.
Paid and closed on the call. I was like, paid in full. I was like, that's awesome. That's
power of social media, man.
Yeah, power of social media. And here's a crazy statistic, or sort of, I mean, you can imagine. I don't know the exact statistic, and maybe I can look it up, but the amount of people on social media, we're talking millions, billions,
right?
Everybody in the US, everybody in the world, really. It's all on social media some way. Yeah. But then how many people are actually creating content?
Well, not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not consistently.
Yeah, not consistently. They start.
I will say that. And I'm guilty. I'm raising my hand. I'm calling myself out because I post content. I'm a very huge advocate for you need to be in front of people's faces. But I'm lacking the consistency aspect of it, which I'm getting over. You know, learning how to start using my weekends to batch so that I have content to post out through the week, and using that time also the editing, or days that I'll have that are a little bit more downtime that I can use for editing, so that I'm not just eliminating the excuses. You know, it's already been done. There's no need for me to go out and try to recreate the wheel, but I have to make sure I'm optimizing my schedule, you know, making it a priority if I want to continue to grow, for sure.
Dude, I mean, and let's talk about your business. Like, for those who don't know, on the first episode that we had you on, but like you do bookkeeping, right?
Correct.
And then you're solely doing bookkeeping, is that right?
Yeah, bookkeeping and consulting.
Bookkeeping and consulting, got it. And you started the business about a year ago?
2 years.
2 years ago, okay. And then your whole backstory to get to this point was, you know, in the first episode, but moving forward from when you actually started your business, like, how would you say, like, you actually came to a point where you are today, being in business for 2 years? Because a lot of businesses go out of business within the first year, right? What would you say?
Personal responsibility. I knew that the reason why I wasn't where I wanted to be in my business was for the lack of my own effort. My first year in business, I was a horrible business owner. I was not recording any content. I was not consistently showing up in a way of providing value to the marketplace like I knew I should. And it just really came to me like owning that aspect, you know, and nobody was to blame for my lack thereof. And so once I took control or ownership of, hey, you're not want to be because of you, that's when business started to change for me. Last year was when I really decided like, hey, I need to be in front of these people's faces.
Right.
So I created Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for the business itself. Started posting a lot more avidly on Facebook. I'm just showing up as my organic or authentic self. Like, I talk a lot about finance, entrepreneurship, business, taxes, but I also share some lifestyle stuff like going on vacation, celebrating birthdays, visiting family, because I am a human. It's not always business all the time. Like, I love spending time with my family. A huge part of why I do business is so I have the time to spend with my family. And that started gaining a lot of traction towards my brand. The business itself, which is bookkeeping, that's the brand. A lot of people were like, bro, I'm loving your content. Like, because you shared this via Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, I was able to take what you shared in that one video and implement it into my business. I've also had people call, hey, that was great what you shared. I don't want to take the time though to do it. How much will it cost me for you to take it over?
Yeah.
And that was when it really started getting the ball rolling of, one, the power of social media and the power of like showing up and providing value to the marketplace. Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what business is.
Yeah.
Like, you get paid in proportion of the value that you bring to the market.
That's one of my favorite sayings. You said that yesterday.
Oh.
I listened to our interview by Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he was telling the backstory of him asking his PhD father about money. Like, why can't you teach me about money? And I'm paraphrasing this, but his poor dad was like, go ask your rich dad about money, which was his best friend's dad.
Yeah.
And as a kid, he goes and asks his best friend dad, hey, teach me about money. And he's like, kid, like, what are you talking about? You don't know anything about money. You don't want to learn this, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, he agrees to teach him. The rich dad agrees to teach him. But he says, only on one condition, I will not pay you. And he goes, why? He says, the minute I give you a paycheck, it's the minute you start acting like an employee.
Wow.
And then he goes and asks him, well, how do I make money? And the rich dad goes, exactly. That's what entrepreneurs figure out.
Wow. That's huge.
Yeah. And you are paid in direct proportion of the value that you add to the marketplace.
Wow.
And that sits with me. That has really, really keeps me like thinking, how can I show up to the marketplace of value? What value is being provided from the content that I'm posting?
Dude.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, if you look at any kind of business, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Like, you could be a pressure washer.
Yeah.
And make, $1 million in
Mhm.
pressure washing. And all you're doing is pressure washing.
Yeah.
But yet, people need that because they're not willing to do that.
Exactly.
You could be a dog pooper. You could be a fence creator. You could be a roofer. Or you could be, more like what we do is like a website developer or marketing and then bookkeeping.
Mhm.
Right? These are functions that people either don't want to do themselves. They know they need to do.
Yeah.
Because if you have, let's say you have a property.
Right.
No offense, but you have 3 dogs.
Right.
What are you going to do?
You need a fence.
You need a fence.
Yeah,
You need
right.
some sort of way to keep your dogs in check, right?
And the first thing you're going to do is go on social media, best fitnessing company in my area. Who pops up?
That's a good idea,
whose videos? So who's teaching me about fitnessing, the material, the paint that's happening last? Like, exactly.
I mean, to your point. That's exactly how consumers, even the market, really, the marketplace,
absolutely
does their research.
Yeah.
They don't just buy. It's not like, I mean, that would be like every door-to-door salesperson, like,
Mhm.
gets a sale instantly.
Right.
Or that's like everybody just like, first person comes your way. It's like imagine dating, right? Like, first girl that came your way,
right,
marry her. Which happens sometimes, sure.
Yeah.
But like, there's like so many other, people out there,
Mhm.
And you don't necessarily know what to do. And anyways, but yes, I love the Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think that's a book I bought. I just have to reread it again.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. Oh, dude, I forgot to bring you the book. I have it. I have a second copy of it. I apologize.
No,
it's
you're
sitting
fine.
there waiting for you.
Okay.
I literally forgot it again. For Myron Goldman.
I would say it's the Myron Goldman book.
Myron Goldman book. Yeah, I bought it. It's Trash Man to the Cashman. So good. So good.
Yeah.
Super good. And I have a copy for you.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. We'll get that copy.
You're the bookkeeper. You're the guy who's going to find that super, super, super valuable.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, even Myron Goldman, he's like come up with, he's been in business for a long time. And then I went through his challenge.
Yeah.
It's super, super valuable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, his challenge is super good. But at the same time, it's like, he even said in the challenge, it's like, until he got on social media, his business has never been like this big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was making millions of dollars before every year. Now he's making tens of millions of dollars.
Right.
Consistently growing because of social media.
Right.
Because of the reach that he has on YouTube and then Instagram and all these other places.
You got to think about the kids too. They're all on the media.
Yeah.
Like they're glued to these phones. And if you are not in the mix of that, again, like I said, give them 10 years. You have a business owner 10 years from now who decides, hey, I still don't want to get on social media. There's a very high chance that they will not be around in 10 years. Yeah.
10 years. I mean, I'll still be in business. I still want to be in business in 10 years. So, yeah, I mean, my goal is to be in social media. I want to be in business in 10 years, be on social media. I agree. I mean, so tell me more. Like, so you've been a business owner for 2 years now, and you've been, on social media getting clients, and your clients are really receptive to the social media content you're putting out there. Talk to me more about like, because I know that you just went on vacation, right? You just went. I want to hear about that, but also I'm going to be going on vacation coming, I think next week. And as a business owner myself, like it's just like the mindset is just like, well, I feel like I need to. My business won't grow. I feel like my business needs to have me. But then, I as a business owner, that's like something I didn't really realize I would feel.
Yeah.
Because like as an employee, you're like, vacation. We're turning off everything. We're just shutting it all down. But like when you do that for your business, like how does that sort of like work? And then do you have any tips or tricks? And what is your experience? Because you just came back.
I just came back. Yeah. So
tell me, where'd you go?
I went to Punta Cana.
Okay.
Stayed for a week. It was amazing. Me and my wife, we went. She was like, we're going out of the country she asked me what I want to do last year for my birthday. And I was like, I want to go out of the country. So this was actually our first time in Punta Cana together.
Nice.
So it was amazing trip. I did bring my laptop for emergencies, but I did not do any administrative work for the business, like none. And I think that is one of the unique aspects of being able to run your business virtually anywhere in the world is all I need is my laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. Yeah. As a bookkeeper, I have some weekly tasks. And again, I was only gone for a week, so I didn't miss anything, so to speak. And made it look a little different in your business, but that's why systems are really important in having a business. I actually had my out of office auto message on. So if anybody was like trying to reach me, just let them know, hey, I'm currently out of the country. I'll be back this day.
As simple as
I'll
that.
get back to you when I get back in the States type of deal. But let's say hypothetically there was an emergency and I had a client that said, hey, Marcus, I really need to get on a phone call with you, or I really need access to some financial documents because I'm trying to obtain a loan for the business. Can you email me my most current P&L? That probably will literally take me 5 minutes. Log in, download their P&L for the current month, send it over to them and be done.
Okay.
But that's because I have systems in place, like I'm categorizing their transactions on a weekly basis, reconciling their accounts monthly, and generating the reports for that. So
I like that.
Yeah, but it was amazing. Like I said, no fires were arise while I was gone. Thank God. It's really cool. But my business model itself, like I don't have a brick and mortar, right? So I don't have to worry about office space, rent, and things, electricity, utilities for brick and mortar because I can run my business virtually.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who like that. I mean, my business itself is virtual. Even though I have this office, my business itself, like I can run it anywhere.
Yeah.
But now put yourself in my shoes, right?
Okay.
That's 1 week. Now triple that. So
for a month.
That's what I'm going to be gone for about a month, right? So what would you do in that situation?
In that situation, I would make sure if I don't do it twice in that month that I'm gone, if I don't do it weekly in the month that I'm gone, at least twice while I'm gone. So I'll have a maybe even a touch point, or making sure that from a marketing aspect, like say your ad campaign is coming up for one of your clients while you're gone, making sure the day or two before everything is prepared for that to launch successfully. And then checking the results or touching base with that client for, let's say, an hour, and then get back to enjoying your vacation.
I think Loom is going to be a good thing for me.
That is actually pretty good. It allows you to record videos, send them to clients or prospects or whatever.
12 hours behind, or 12 hours ahead. It's like 1 o'clock here, it'll be 1 a.m. there.
Yeah,
right. Because I'm going to the Philippines, it'll be like completely flipped. On the day schedule.
Right.
Yeah, no, I've been finding that, and that's what to your point, like systems, right? Yeah. It's like that's a system that I can use to spend my time now, record, and then send it, and they can watch and rewatch and keep watching. And because it's not taking my time on a meeting. Exactly. That's like social media. It's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll see.
What's your biggest concern about being gone for the month? Like what are some of your like scares or fears behind I'm going to be gone a month, I'm going to be ahead of the scheduled 12 hours? What are some of the biggest concerns you have regarding that? So my biggest concern is like, well, I do social media content. I do like all this content. I think that, it's just, I also do in-person networking. Yeah. I also do a lot of meetings in person and a lot of just like meetings in general to like discover any opportunities to help and see if there's any synergies there. Yeah. I think being gone for so long is I don't have a closer. I don't have a salesperson. I did at one point, but I don't anymore. Yeah. But I don't have a salesperson. So like if I were to get more business coming in, I can't really, like, for example, I planned on advertising like this week. I planned on starting my ads this week. I have my ad reels created. I even have like I'm hiring a model. Okay. Somebody who I found that can talk. Yeah. For the most part. Okay. And, to do an ad reel, pretty face, much prettier than me. Right? Pretty face. It's just the marketing strategy. I'm going to test myself versus that. See if it actually works. Gotcha. And if it works, then man, we're onto something. I was planning on doing that to keep business flowing in and just get new business because I want to grow the business. It's like, that's my concern. It's like, I feel like stepping away, like for 3 weeks or a month
even though I'm virtual, I want to grow the business,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't necessarily know when or how my internet connection will be.
Okay.
And it comes, or where I'll be, or what the
Mm-hmm.
particular time will be. I could and I should set days of like, I
Touch
can work
points.
these days.
Yeah.
These specific days I can work and do meetings and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it just like takes me away from like the actual vacation. So it's like, do I unplug entirely? Do I plug entirely?
Mm-hmm.
And it's more of like, how do I actually just keep the business growing?
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm gone, and my thought is like this: I'm not going to be running ads right now. I'm going to run ads when I come back. I'm going to start my marketing campaign when I come back.
Okay.
Which is good. What I do plan on doing in the Philippines, what I've realized, and what put me at ease with this concern, is I'm going to create content. So much content. I'm just going to create content after content after content, and that's what I'm going to spend my time doing.
Right.
Because then I will feel as I'm doing something productive.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the same time, I can just create all these videos.
Yeah.
And then maybe even hire an editor to just come in and edit all these videos for, a little bit and just like start publishing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm doing the social media content while I'm in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thought. That's my concern.
2 things. Utilize scheduling for the platforms that you're posting on. Like Instagram has a scheduling app, Facebook has one,
that's true.
YouTube. If you already know that you want to have videos that are posted while you're gone and a stable internet connection is of concern to you, go ahead and have these things scheduled out so they're automatically being uploaded while you're enjoying that time with your family. Take advantage of it. It works wonders. It kind of cuts down the time that you have to spend on the actual application itself. And it's something already in place that you don't have to think about. That would be the first one. Second one, definitely create or capture some content while you're there. Yeah. But don't let it consume you so much again to where it's taking time away from your family. Because the whole aspect of it is you want to enjoy the time with your family. So my recommendation, if you're open to that,
of course,
take a day or 2 or 3, because you're there for a month, that, hey, make sure me and my family are on the same page. These are the days I'm scheduled. I'm going to be recording a lot more avidly than I would, just so I have some pieces of content to take back with me to the States.
Yeah.
If you're telling your wife and your son this, and you guys are there for a month, I'm pretty sure they won't be upset with you with 3 or 4 days out of a month that you're using to record content to have with you. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Yeah, but it's
I come back sunburned or acting like a Filipino.
Yeah.
That's also good. Yeah, no, I think that you're right. Systems is, that's scheduling, for example. That's why even just this podcast, right? This podcast will probably be released while I'm there, right?
Question.
Yeah.
Do you have any digital products for new business? Like if somebody says, hey, Jonathan, I want to work with you. How do we get started? They, pay the whatever fee or invoice it is. Do you already have digital products in place that they can follow step by step on, like whether it's setting up an account for something they're going to use to be running advertisement for their business, or learning the marketing channels? Do you already have those recorded for them?
No,
so
but that's a good
that's
idea.
something to think about.
That's a great idea. Yeah. That's a great idea because, so far my business has been like, discovery, sales, demo.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, then we have a more high ticket.
Okay.
But I do love the idea of having digital products. And believe it or not, I just created the digital product with a friend of mine. We went to Epic Universe.
Yeah.
We created this thing called Epic Day Orlando. It's a guide, basically, how to like.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
It's a guide. It's a 55 tips. Basically, it's a whole day plan at Epic Universe to make it super epic.
And that they just opened that, right? That's the new park. Yeah.
I just started running. I ran about $100 in ads. Didn't get a sale. Okay. But I think that it's just so new. But the thing is, like, I created it. And I did the whole process. So now I have an idea of exactly payment processor.
How many platforms did you post it on?
Oh, just it was brand new. So like I just put on Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook. You didn't put it on YouTube, TikTok.
No, but I should. We should absolutely do that. But it was more just like a side little thing.
Right, but you want to grab the analytics from all of the platforms before throwing dollars behind it to push to it to see how it performs organically.
This is true. Yeah. No, 100%. So I think that's what I'm going to... He's going to be at the parks all the time. So I'm going to just create a bunch of videos. And maybe, I mean, honestly, that's more of like an influencer thing too.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
just like reach out to
Yeah.
a bunch of people who are already doing
Mm-hmm.
the part content.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, do you want to make 50%?
Yeah.
Of whatever we make.
Yeah.
Here's an affiliate code.
Yeah.
Like that's likely to play. Because I was like, I tried the ads and it just like, it wasn't as effective as I would hope.
Mm-hmm.
It did get to the right people. Hey, trust me, like the ad got like a 5.5% click-through rate.
Good.
So like every 100 people that saw the ad
clicked on it.
5 people clicked it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't getting conversions.
Mm-hmm.
Either it's the offer's not good,
mm-hmm.
which is, possible. I don't think it is, but it could be the way that we presented the offer,
right?
Like the actual page, and it could just be that people aren't interested.
Yeah,
which is possible too.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I stopped the ad campaign this morning, and I was like, let me throw some money towards these influencers, see if it works, because influencers, that's a whole nother sort of stage of marketing.
It is, yeah,
which is super cool. But to your point, digital products. Absolutely. I think that it would, dude, if I had courses, I could just have courses. I'm like, or maybe a lot.
Or a course, or a course instead of courses, just taking it bit size at a time, starting off with a basic one. This is how you set up this account.
Dude, the ad campaign on Facebook is just ridiculous. I don't know if you've ever ran meta ads before.
I have not.
Dude, it's insanely intense.
Okay.
Coming from me, right? Like I run ads all the time.
Yeah.
And just to get to the point where I'm at now, it was so much pain.
Mm.
We're talking like so much pain. First of all, there's like 4 different ways to run an ad. all three are wrong. One is right.
Wow. Okay.
They like to take money from people.
Yeah.
Who don't know
what they're doing.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so there's boosting a post.
Yeah.
Right? Then there's like the
I see that a lot. Pop up, boost a reel or boost a post.
Boost a reel. Spend $200, spend $20, whatever, boost a reel. All it's going to do is just like send it a little bit more to your audience, and a little bit maybe if more people would want to do it. However, that's not the way you want to advertise as a business, because you advertising as a business, you want to reach new business. Mm-hmm. Because if you get a new business, you reach a new sphere of influence. You reach more. It's like more effective to like reach new business. If you're spend money, you want to reach new business, than just advertise your current business. Yeah, market that you're already organically reaching out to. Right. Then there's like the ad center, and then the one that you really want to be on is like ad manager. But then there's levels to the ad manager. Okay, so of course, it's crazy, man. Like
you're going down the rabbit hole.
Dude, you do go down the rabbit hole. This is exactly why a lot of my clients
are like, "No, I don't want to do that. Go ahead, do what you need to do."
They either let us do it, or what I've been noticing is more effective. Because what I've noticed in day and age, because I did advertising for, that was actually a service that I offered like all last year, like advertising for businesses. We'll do your ads, we will do your follow up, and we'll just set the appointment for you. Mm-hmm. But what I've noticed is, especially locally, business owners want to be involved. Yeah. Which is perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. But when we're doing it all and we're not really involving them as much, it's sort of like, well, they want to be involved, but they don't really know. And they,
gotcha.
So what I've been noticing now that's been effective and people actually been hiring us for is coaching. Yeah. We're going to do it with you, where you're going to be your ad coach. Yeah. And that has significantly increased the time, increased the the knowledge gap. It's just like the transformation is happening much quicker, because my goal is not to just say, we're going to do it all for you, never touch it. And then there's that wall. Yeah. There's that wall that you're always going to have to put money above the wall for us to keep putting gold back. Right. It's like, we put up the wall, you don't touch past the wall, you give us money, we'll give you gold. It's like, okay, great. But now it's like, okay, let's come together. There's no walls. Yeah. You give us money and we will teach you how to mine the gold yourself. Yeah. And we're going to be there helping you sort of consult. Hey, use this pickaxe. Don't use a hoe. Right? Use this. Gotcha. So that's the sort of difference that I'm finding, that like people like really are receptive to that. Right. Especially business owners who are a little bit lower on the budget or lesser on the budget. Like newer. And that's been super useful because we're cutting down like all the mistakes. Yeah. So the ad manager, right? There's levels to that. Like there's just running ads on the ad manager. Then there's targeting. Then there's like 7 different ways to run an ad. Like you can have a lead form. You can go to a website. You can have a shopping thing. You can have a this, that, the other. And then you can go into more of where it gets really beneficial for an advertiser on Facebook. Yeah. Where most businesses do not go. This is where the advertising agencies are. Yeah. But most businesses aren't, even if they do ad manager. Yeah. This is where I was at one point. But it's using the pixel. It's using the Facebook Meta pixel. that is the key to an ad.
Okay.
Because Facebook will not know who's beneficial for your business unless they know.
Okay.
And you can only tell Facebook that this person is beneficial for my business. This person made a sale. This person booked a call. This person did whatever is beneficial if you tell Facebook. But if you do not implement that properly, you're pretty much like not telling Facebook who's good or bad. Yeah. And Facebook's just going to send you everybody. They keep sending you everybody. And that's exactly why some people kill it on advertising on Facebook and some people don't. Even though they spend significantly different budgets. You spend $500 to get $5,000 over here with the Pixel. You spend $5,000 to get nothing without the Pixel. You could still target the same areas. Right. But now it's just like like I can target Orlando. For both of these people, I can target Orlando. But the person with the Pixel is going to benefit much better than the person without one. Yeah. And then it comes down to like, okay, well now how do you use the audiences in the Pixel? How do you use custom audiences, lookalike audiences? It's so down the rabbit hole. Yeah. And I mean, it's super cool, but it's also super intense. Yeah. Like even for me, like I'm a developer and all that. Like, but even for me, it's just like, dude, they make it so hard. Not only do they confuse the heck out of anybody new to Facebook advertising, you have your multiple ways to advertise, but there's only one true way. And then within that one true way, you only have one specific way to actually get results. It's just it's like uncovering a lot. Yeah, it's uncovering a lot. Yeah. So to your point, I could absolutely probably make a digital product in that. Yeah. The amount of ads the amount of pain that I had to go through to understand what I have. Yeah. I can cut down people's concerns all around. But that's why people pay you now, because you've been through those pain points that they want to just miss out on. Like, hey, Jonathan, let you do that. Like, I don't want to even try to figure it out. I mean, that's exactly it. But, you know, and it's sort of like a plus and minus, like, because, you know, the pro of being in an advertising agency. So my business has shifted a little bit. And we're more now websites. Yeah. We're more like a web dev company. Yeah. You know, it's like we're building smart websites. We're building high converting funnels to generate traffic and lead magnets and deliver all that sort of thing, as well as AI and automation. So like we're actually building the foundation. Yeah. Because I found that businesses we've been building a lot of awesome websites. Like there's some cool websites that we've just like been building. Yeah. And we've been getting great feedback. Good. People coming from no website to a freaking nice looking website. Amazing. Yeah. Like transform their business overnight. Yeah. Coming from a okay looking website to a beautiful looking website that builds trust and builds credibility and professionalism for a lawyer. We were just about to release one. Amazing. Yeah. And then here's a crazy thing. We took a website for a painter and they came in from going from like an okay looking website. It was pretty good. I mean, like you could tell they actually paid somebody to do it. It was actually a web dev company, but we took it to that next level. And because they actually were up against a $1 million contract, multi-million-dollar contract with I think it was Blaze Pizza or Panera. Yeah. To do some painting for their franchise, right? Yeah. They were up against somebody else, company who had more experience, a bigger team, more time in the industry, better, with the experience. However, they won the business, and they said it was because of the website. Wow. They said because of the website, they won a commercial deal worth multi-million-dollars. Wow. And I was like, bro, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah. Like. And so to your point, right? Social media, right? But at the same time, you have to have a presence online, and a website is a foundation of that as well. So, like sending people back to your website or having all the information out there for somebody to take that next step. Right. But yet, most of my clients are coming in for the websites and the podcasts. Yeah. Websites and the podcasts. It's like content, websites. Nice. And ads. I just put fuel on the fire. I look at it like that. Yeah. But if you get the organic right. You get and then you get the actual presence, like the online brand, right? The podcast. I mean, organic with the podcast and the website with the online brand, and then you match those two together. Start with that, and then we just throw fuel on the fire with ads. But I love the idea of digital products. That would be great. I know I went off on a rant, but hopefully that was no, it was good. It was good. Like I said, it may be something to look into, because it's like instead of me being there helping them get all of this set up, if there are things that they can do and follow via video format and get set up yourself without you being present or having to spend the time to do so, that's time back for you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So what advice would you give somebody to start a bookkeeping business?
To start a bookkeeping business?
Yeah. If you were to do it over again, knowing what you know now, what would you do in the first 90 days?
The first 90 days. That's a really good question. First thing I would do is, if I want to start a bookkeeping business, set it up as an LLC with your Secretary of State. Learn an accounting software, whether that be QuickBooks, whether that be Xero, whether that be FreshBooks. Promote your services online. If I had to start over, those would be the first 3 things I do in the first 90 days.
Start an LLC.
Start it as an LLC. Learn the accounting software. Not learn the bookkeeping software, but understand the basics of accounting. Like, understand what's an asset, what's a liability, what's owner's equity, an expense versus a liability, revenue, understand the debit and the credit. You need to understand those fundamentals to be an effective and good bookkeeper.
Is there a certification for that?
They do have a bookkeeping certification, and if you are learning certain softwares like QuickBooks and Xero, they have a bookkeeper level or certification for learning that software. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
is it necessary? No, but it does give you credibility when you're talking to a prospect. Like, if you were a lead and you said, "Hey, I'm coming in for." By the way, I've never had anybody ask me about my certification as a accountant or a bookkeeper. But yeah, like I got my undergrad in accounting. I got certifications as a QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor. Nobody's ever asked me about that, but maybe one. Nobody's ever asked.
I think it's because maybe it's the certifications. All they do is really allow you to hold yourself and present yourself correctly.
Yeah, and again, I think with the certification and understanding those basics, it gives you another level of confidence when you're talking to a prospect. You know what I mean? Like, if you already come in and you have some fundamental knowledge of accounting, and then you say, Marcus, how would I account for a bank loan that I took out at 123 Bank for $10,000? Well, in the realms of accounting, you have to understand there's a thing called double entry accounting, right? Just a little crash course. Meaning, if you get a loan for $10,000, the way to record that means it affects 2 or more accounts. In this example, you get a loan for $10,000, right? So your cash goes up $10,000 because now you have it in cash, and then your liability is credited for $10,000 because you owe that back, right? And so, what are 2 counts it affects? Cash. And then it's a liability because you have to pay it back.
So you're accounting for the
exactly
debt and the cash.
Exactly.
The increase and the debt.
Mm-hmm. And then the cash would be debited to increase your cash. Cash is an asset. Yeah. Goes up as a debit. Your liability will also increase, but then credit that liability. Yeah. And it would decrease over time as you're paying it back monthly with a debit until you pay it back off.
Yeah.
And then you have interest, which can be expense that you have to account for as well.
Yeah, you're reminding me of business school. I love accounting. I love accounting, but you know what I love more? It's marketing.
Yeah. No, numbers and just the methodology around accounting just really stuck with me for the most part. So I was like,
it's such a good business. It's the language of business.
It is. And that was another thing one of my teachers pointed out to me. It's like, that was one of the most frequent sayings I heard when I decided I wanted to get my undergrad in accounting. It's like, accounting is a language of business. You have to understand your business numbers. If you don't understand the numbers in your business, you don't have a business.
100%.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, like let's get this thing on the road. Let's just really learn what's going on here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I find myself failing at that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I understand, but then I don't, but then I do, but then I don't. It's like, that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
and because marketing is a completely different kind of like mindset. You just got to sort of think out of the box. For the most part, like, I mean, that's where a lot of my creative ideas come in. It's just like thinking so out of the box. Like, who would have thought turning this room into a podcast? I mean, it's not even like perfect. Like, I have opportunity to grow, but like, man, like, just these ideas, and I flow with it. And that's the curse of the entrepreneurs. You get so many ideas. Like that's truly me. Like, I've been that way my whole life. Just like an entrepreneur, all kinds of. I mean, even the Epic de Orlando. Yeah, I was in line at Epic Universe. I was like, dude, and then I was with my friend. He was like, do this, do this, do this. I mean, save so much. Yeah, so much time, so much hassle, so much headache. And I was like, dude, we gotta put this. We gotta put you in a guide. We gotta make you a digital product.
Really have to.
And I was like, people will benefit. But now the question is like, why are people not buying? And so now that's the point where I have to figure that out. That's another problem. It's another problem to solve. Yeah. But to your point, the numbers, like I mean, I'm bleeding cash on that. Like right now, like that was bleeding a little bit of cash. And I was like, ooh, like what is good, what is bad, right? I don't know. I don't know. Like until the numbers would say it's bad.
Yeah, right. But you want to understand that a lot of people think, oh, because I have money in the bank, my business is profitable. That's not always the case.
It's so being a business owner without knowing your numbers is a bad thing.
It is a bad thing.
It is
for sure. Now, understand your numbers. But any bookkeepers, again, looking to get started, if you're an accountant and you want to like branch off and start doing your own bookkeeping business, form the LLC, learn accounting software if you don't know one already. Huge advocate for QuickBooks Online right now, just because it's industry standard. Over 80% of small businesses in the United States use QuickBooks. Promote online. One thing I will add is have a landing page, like a website. Have some way people can reach you, rather that be setting up for a consultation, an email. You don't have to have the prettiest website starting out. Like I'm going to assume this is the person getting started doesn't have the most funds in the world. So it's budget friendly. Form the LLC, which is like $120. Learning the software is free. You can literally get an accountant or an account with QuickBooks or Xero for free. It doesn't cost you anything. A one-page landing website. You can do it for free. GoDaddy, Squarespace, they already have pre-built websites that you can use, and they have free trials, and then promote online. Instagram account, Facebook, those are free. You don't pay for those as well. So
Instagram and Facebook.
You have the tools necessary for you to be successful. Just really, how bad do you want it? How consistent are you going to be in showing up and providing that value to the marketplace? Yeah.
I love it.
That's what's going to separate you.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot.
Doesn't take much.
It doesn't take, it's like the
doesn't take much. I hear a lot of like people that make a lot of money, and they're like, it's never been easier to make money in this world.
Yeah.
And it's because we have so many of these tools at our disposal, right? That we're just not taking advantage of.
Yeah.
Even I had to come to the realization that from a mindset standpoint is you have everything you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to start out being perfect. You just got to start. And then you're going to get better as time progresses, but you just got to get started.
I love that.
We all started at zero, or most of us started at zero. We all started at zero to get where we are now. Started with 0 followers, started with 0 posts. We started with 0 sales. We're starting from the same baseline. A lot of people got where they are today because they just didn't quit, kept showing up. Yeah, that's just going to be the separator. The person that continues to show up, even when they don't want to, that person's going to win.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. You don't have to start perfect. You just got to start.
You just got to start.
Dude, that's awesome. That's cool.
You're going to make mistakes. That's the lay of the land. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to get everything right and perfect the first time, but you're going to learn from it. And it's going to make you a better person, hopefully a better business owner, a better friend.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I mean, is there anything else you want to chat about?
No, not that I have.
That was okay.
Yeah.
That was actually perfectly on time. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure to have you on the podcast.
Thank you again, man, for having me.
That was super cool. What do you think?